Thank you, Director Mann. Directors, my name is Rob Miller. I'm a teacher at South High School, also a parent of Barton students, one of whom is in 8th grade, so moving on to high school. And I have a couple of comments. First, I want to speak to the graduation requirements. In terms of the language issue that was essentially left alone, I would like to encourage you to really think about focusing on language at the elementary level. I think that's the key. I think that's a huge missing piece in our schools. Specifically though, I'm a social studies teacher. I'd like to talk about the proposal to lower the social studies requirement. I think current events speak loudly to the need for students to be able to analyze social issues. What's going on in Ferguson and Ohio and New York, the report today about the CIA and torture. These are things that students and future adults, they need to be able to think through, to analyze critically, and do so with a social studies framework. So I would encourage you to consider not cutting the social studies requirement. I am excited about the prospect of an ethnic studies proposal and a requirement. I came to you a few years ago asking you to support Ethnic Studies Week, and you did that, and I appreciate that. My concern with the Ethnic Studies plan is that there's not much of a plan, that there's an idea that's thrown out there, and I fear it's going to die of poor implementation. So I encourage you to move forward with the idea, but to really make sure that this is well thought out, and to please work with teachers in doing this. Teachers are hearing about these things as usual, rather than being included and moving things forward. On a slightly separate note, I said my son is an 8th grader who's been looking at high schools. Also, as a teacher at South, in the open program, I have been participating in the high school information events. And I'm really just surprised and shocked and troubled by the idea that Hiawatha charter schools are at our events, encouraging people to come to our high schools, and we have invited them to come in and encourage students to leave our schools and to go to charter schools. We started the year millions of dollars in debt, off budget, right? Why? Because we were short students of what we expected. And here we are encouraging students to enroll in charter schools, actively discouraging them from coming to Minneapolis Public Schools. We need to send the message to our students that we can serve them, that we can meet students from different communities. We need to make sure that we're reaching out to the Latino students in particular, which the Hiawatha charter schools are particularly marketing. So in line with all this, I think we have an Office of New Schools that is interested in promoting non-MPS schools. I would suggest doing away with the Office of New Schools and implementing a Department of Ethnic Studies. Thanks.